Ruff, he's in left field, and Buster Posey behind the plate. In the middle of the order for Kepler, it's Brandon Crawford, Chris Bryant, and Mike Yastrzemski. And the bottom three, Wilmer Flores, Evan Longoria, and Logan Webb. And it's the opener. Corey Knebel has been an all-star closer with the Milwaukee Brewers. He's opened 4 games this year. This is the first time he's ever done it in the postseason.
First time in the postseason, but he did it on September 3rd, pitched 2 scoreless innings here against the Giants at Oracle Park.
He was late to his warm-ups by starter standards, not by reliever standards. He tried to keep it as normal as he could as LaStella takes a ball high.
First pitch curveball from Knebel.
And if you're wondering about nerves, anxiety, pitching in a moment, Knebel has done all of that to a very high level as a closer, but for the first time has to engage with all the pregame activities, the national anthem, all the things that the brain is shut off for as a relief pitcher. And it was interesting watching his whole warm-up sequence down there. He only needed just a handful of throws. He got his 8 tosses on the mound, and he's ready to go. And he is a power pitcher by all accord. Power fastball, power curveball. And the 2-0 to LaStella, that one's in there for a strike at 97 miles an hour.
Dave Roberts kiddingly said that he might call Knebel on the bullpen phone before he started his warm-up just to make it feel genuine.
Julio Urias expected to get the bulk of this game, and he is available. He's standing down in the bullpen currently. And now LaStella in the air. Out to Mookie Betts into right center field. And when Corey Knebel is right, he'll get a lot of those. So LaStella's got 1 at-bat in, but Lauren Shahade, he is not at 100% right now.
Gabe waited to put out the lineup until later this afternoon to see how he looked in warm-ups. I watched him. He didn't limp at all. He's been dealing with Achilles soreness for weeks. He re-aggravated it. We saw it in Game 4. I'm told it's not going to get better until he rests it for an extended period of time. Certain awkward movements make it more intense, Brian.
It was interesting that Gabe was also talking about the doctors assured him that he couldn't really risk a more serious injury by continuing to play. Really, his pain threshold was the key.
Here's Darren Ruff, a high fly ball into right, got some carry to it. Betts feeling for the wall, will make the catch. Darren Ruff gives it a ride. Where big fly balls go to die here in San Francisco. And 2 men are out. You saw it.
You can make the argument here, Brian. This ball's a home run every ballpark except here in San Francisco. Mookie, of course, who played in Fenway Park in that triangle, is used to playing those deep parts of right field and right center.
They did move the fences in a couple of years ago, not in this area. But the fences in did produce a lot of homers. The Giants led the National League in home runs. Here is Buster Posey now, and he swings at the first pitch. That is driven to right field. Betts turns and runs. He looks up, and it is off the brick wall. Takes a huge bounce. Posey will stop at second base. It's an ambush double for Buster Posey, and the Giants with a runner at second. Posey with his 6th hit of the NLDS.
Both Ruff and Posey swinging at that first pitch. Posey had a little more pop on his. Remember, he hit that home run on a 3-0 count in game number 1 against Walker Buehler to right field. This one he hits a little to the left. It's off the wall and takes a bad carom and over the head of Mookie Betts. A lot of people thought Posey was probably going to go for third. You can't against Betts. He's already thrown Wilmer Flores out at third in this series.
Now, any other base runner, perhaps. But with 2 outs, too risky. Posey at second base. Here is Brandon Crawford. Dodgers have activity in their pen already. First inning just underway here. And Knebel deals, and Crawford able to check his swing. So there are the openers, there are the early relievers. Brusdar Graterol is the get-out-of-jam guy in the first or second inning. They'll wait and pick their spots. You might not see Urias until you see a couple of the left-handers pinch hit for. Guys like LaStella and Yastrzemski. That bounces in. What a play back there by Will Smith. That keeps Posey off third base. I mean, that was an extreme dirt ball. Like a first baseman picking this one.
We've seen already in this series. Will Smith do this a couple of times. Really nothing else he can do on that ball that was thrown 50 feet.
Giants with a scoring threat early after fly ball outs to start it. Posey with a double. 2-0 to Crawford, and a swing and a foul.
So you're trying to stay away from the matchup of Urias against Posey. Posey's 10 for 20 with 4 doubles. But what has happened now with Posey getting the double, the matchup is flipped now. So instead of Urias against Crawford, you've got Knebel against Crawford, advantage Crawford and the Giants.
You heard Dave Roberts talk about the matchups and trying to get as many cross matchups as they can. That's why you go with an opener. This is not new in the game. It's relatively new for the big market Los Angeles Dodgers, though. You might remember back in 2018, the Brewers used an opener against Dave Roberts' Dodgers in the NLCS. Wade Miley. That was just one batter. Knebel has to face a minimum 3 batters, and he's done that already. There's a swing and a miss. Boy, that was a wicked curveball by Corey Knebel. 2-2 the count.
Well, he throws it about as hard as anyone in the game. That started at the letters, ended up in the dirt.
2-2. Posey the runner at second. Best arm in the outfield is in right field, but all 3 Dodger outfielders throw it well. See what Knebel has in mind here, and the inside move. Not a bad idea. Posey had a little extra lead.
Buster not going anywhere, though, but just trying to limit that secondary lead as Posey will try to score on a base hit.
Posey will be off with a crack at the bat with 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul. He just got a piece. Knebel comes back to the curveball. He's just a 2-pitch pitcher, but both pitches are extreme in nature. And you got to cover 97, 98 with a fastball, and then down to the low 80s with the curveball runner.
Better swing by Crawford against that curveball. It was against the left-hander, but his home run in the series was against the curveball.
Do it again. Knebel, a long pause. And that one, boy, it wasn't caught well. He missed his location, but that looked like a strike.
Well, it's still the truth. For umpires, when you throw the ball and it goes across the plate on the other side of the target, you very rarely get this call.
And Doug Eddings does not give him that call, even though it looked like it was in the strike zone. 3-2 now. Knebel as effective against left-handed batters as he is against right-handed batters.
Base open here. You got to feel like Knebel's going to come with that hard curveball.
This crowd is anxious. Everybody's anxious with this kind of game. Coming down to one last game here in this best-of-5 series. 3-2. Crawford, a swing and a miss. Knebel strikes him out to end the inning. Some early drama. A 2-out double by Posey. Knebel answers with that curveball and a strikeout to end the inning. Underway in San Francisco.